having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. Now here's Beverley. Pass to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. 4 on the clock. George finds Beverley. This one for 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. Beverley's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Clippers. It's Harden with the drive. It's hauled in by George. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Trying to get his man back for the last 3. It helps to not make this personal.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Harden kicks to Westbrook. House dishes to Covington. Outside Westbrook. Another miss by Houston. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to Los Angeles. Drills the three-pointer.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, have the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
I totally agree. They just can't be stopped. They're just firing on all cylinders.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this load management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up. They use those guys, and I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. House the pass to Westbrook. To halt the run, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now here's Leonard. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. Morris off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And whatever coach told them coming out of the locker room, they're listening. 5 out of 5 already.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Offensive rebound. And Tucker kicks to Westbrook. Second chance shot over Beverley. The shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Now here's Leonard. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. Clock at 6. Here's Beverley. And the dunk by Zubac.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
George against Harden. Charity stripe shot. George, no good.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Tries again. Leonard. And the rejection by Harden. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
One of the toughest covers in the league. Kawhi's jumper just keeps getting better.
Westbrook dishes to Harden. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Pass to Morris. On the wing, George. Outside, Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Poked loose. Covington with the steal. And it's the Rockets on the break. And there's the feed to Tucker. Westbrook up top, releases, and it's Houston with another.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Passes it to Leonard. 13 feet away, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Harden outside. Now here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
Now here's Beverly. Robert Covington unable to get his last shot to go. And Beverly kicks to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. George passes to Zubac. Clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And here's Morris for 3. Russell Westbrook with the rebound.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Shoots over Zubac. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got 12.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Here's Westbrook. Paul George making his last shot. Shoots a 3, and Russell Westbrook with the 3. He's got 15.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting 3.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the 3. Work on your game and what's best for you.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for Morris. Williams, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Here's Leonard. Great D that time from Green. Rockets trail by 4. Fires from 14. McLemore, no good. Outside Williams. Fires the 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Houston's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And McLemore kicks to Carroll. At the top of the key, Westbrook. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Shoots over Carroll. Off the left rim and out.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Here's the pass to Westbrook. From deep. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
You can bet that was their game plan from the get-go. Don't be shocked if they're aggressive again today as well.
And it's Westbrook again missing. Los Angeles leading by 4. Outside Jackson. Green kicks to Shamet. To the inside. Here's Williams.
Lou Williams has been a weapon off the bench for so long, and he has won 6th Man of the Year multiple times.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him.
You look at the trajectory of Williams' career. 2nd-round pick, started slow, but his game has aged like a fine wine.
And the Rockets making a change here. Rivers checked in. And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And here's Rivers. 11 points last game. Here's Clemens. Green with the block.
And the rim protection from Jermichael. Another thing he brings to the table.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 6-point game. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. The Clippers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now the Clippers moving it up. Williams is running. No dice from the high post. Here's Clemens. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
Rockets trail by 9. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Green, and there's Jackson, and it's Williams at the shooting guard. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Pass to Green. Now here's McLemore outside. They get it back. Carroll. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Plays like that are where you see the tenaciousness of DeMar Carroll. He can get after those 50-50 balls.
With Smart and Leonard with the lay-in. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Rivers against Green from outside the arc. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Green. L.A. has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Pass to Leonard. They kick it out to Green. And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to Shamet. 5 to shoot to the paint. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Kevin, I like that he's staying aggressive. One of the NBA's most consistent scorers. Kawhi's been doing it all tonight.
Down low. Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Clemens, guarded by Jackson. Passes to Clemens. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
It was a terrific performance we got a chance to watch. They got into a nice rhythm and made smart adjustments along the way.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Here's McLemore. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Feeds it to Rivers. They need this. McLemore, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Rivers. Leonard kicks to Shamet. Bangs home the trifecta. Shamet's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. But do you think that could possibly work?
I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible.
group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Harden, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really, on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
The Rockets shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
That free throw missing. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty? Around the calendar. There's no off season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in the off season. And 24/7, you look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone, and everybody is looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. George against Harden. Now George. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. And his assist total show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
The pass to Rivers. Tucker with the ball. Houston moving the ball around. From 15 feet away. That one off the back iron and out. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 15-4 run. Beverley wide open. A shot's good on the assist by George. Beverley's got 9 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been off.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that. Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Now here's Harden. His point totals exceed any reasonable expectation. Somehow he's managed to average about 34.5 points a game. Here is House. Shot clock at 6. Here's Covington. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles leading by 21. Over in the corner, Beverley. Not going to go that time. So Houston will take it the other way. Rivers passes to Tucker. Beverley against Rivers. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Stolen by Harden. And again, the turnover by the Rockets.
And checking out the stats for Beverley. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up about 5 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
Now here's Beverley. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. 6 to shoot. George looking around. And the Clippers miss again. Houston's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Here's Harden. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Basket counts.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Here's Rivers. Following the basket by Marcus Morris. Outside, Covington. Back to Harden. Pass to House. Houston needs to get a shot. Covington inside the line. Here's Tucker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Houston, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. good from Tucker. The Rockets making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. Both free throws good from Tucker. Here's Beverly. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State. Covington with the steal. Here is House. Defended by Beverly.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Morris trying to free himself up. A nice shot by George.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Westbrook. 17 points in the game. His three-pointers off the mark. Beverly against Westbrook. On the wing, Green. Pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it to Beverly. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Off target from outside.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Pass to Zubac. Outside, Green. Westbrook against Beverly. Here's Zubac. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Now here's Westbrook, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Here's George, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
So he gets them both. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen so far, guys, don't hold your breath.
Now, here's Westbrook. 17 points in the game. Bucket is good.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Now the pass to Shamet. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
From deep, Harden. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now, here's George. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Jackson. And it's off from three-point range. That one, no good. And so it's Los Angeles, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 18 points and 1 assist. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Who does a better job of playing to his strengths than Kawhi Leonard? Knows exactly where to get his shots from within the flow of the offense. One of the most reliable performers in this league.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game is over.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's House in at the 3 spot. And the shot goes down.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Westbrook with it. He tries for 3, hits the 3-point bomb. Westbrook's got 22.
His team hasn't picked up the slack, but he's doing everything he can do to win this game for them.
Pass to Leonard. Over House. They grab their own miss. Zubac misses from close range.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here's George, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Houston gets called for the foul. You know, Steve, so much goes into being an effective bench player. What do you like to see in a team's 6th man?
What I love, Kevin, is a guy that can come off as a 6th man is he doesn't disrupt what's going on with the starters. Also, he's ready. And most of those guys that wins that award, they don't need time to adjust to the game. They come in and make an immediate impact.
They throw good, Paul George. Both good from the line that time. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Morris with the bucket.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Now here's Westbrook. 22 points for him. Harden outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Westbrook. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Westbrook's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Banked in off the glass. 22 points for Kawhi Leonard.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Westbrook. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Here's George. The rebound by Harden. Rockets have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. That shot is off. Excellent D there from George.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And this is what Beverly likes. Playing at a high pace, making his presence felt in the open court.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to House. Puts it up from 12. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 6 points.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Westbrook against Beverly. Passes it to George. To the wing on the left. Pocket 6. There's the pass to Beverly. From deep. No good on that one. And Houston the other way now. For 3, Westbrook. Up again. It's hauled in by Beverly. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Harden, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it. Putting consistent pressure on this defense, just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Here's Tucker. The Clippers getting the bucket. For 3, Westbrook. Rebound by the Clippers. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside, Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Westbrook. A different look for the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Williams comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. He hits one and misses one each at the line. LA's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. And yes, it's good. 26 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Carroll against Williams. Carroll kicks to Green. And here's McLemore. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Clemens. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
To the inside. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Jeff Green picks one up. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
The first free throw is good. Los Angeles making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Rivers checked in. Leonard hits them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Pass to Rivers. Outside, Green. Pass to Clemens. Throws it up high. It's tipped. Passes it to Rivers. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Jackson. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. In the corner. Shamet with it. No good there. And Houston the other way now. Now McLemore. He's still scoreless so far in this one. There's Green with the 3. It's Rivers on the wing. And too long on the shot.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Now here's Williams. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And for Houston, they're shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Clemens, he's covered by Leonard. Here's Clemens. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Leonard.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
1:24 left in the third quarter. Clemens, he's guarded by Williams. Green with the rebound.
To me, there's a fine line between being aggressive and just flat out forcing it. His inability to make shots right now is sinking the ship.
Step back and squared up. 6 points for Lou Williams.
He is so comfortable in this area, something Williams relies on, the mid-range.
Clemens, guarded by Jackson. The offensive rebound. Count that one.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. The pass to Rivers. Clement, guarded by Jackson. Back to Rivers. McLemore, the pass to Carroll. Houston moving the ball around. 16 feet away. It's rebounded by Leonard.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Here's Williams. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
You see the toughness of Williams. Won't shy away from contact.
And so it's Los Angeles with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we'll be right back after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Patrick Patterson. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Noah in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now, here's Mbah a Moute following the shot by Patrick Patterson. And that one drops for him.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Mann, guarded by Green. Leonard, the pass to Mann. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
DeRozan attracts so much defensive attention. He's learned to use those opportunities to find teammates.
A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership, and ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have an identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
The Rockets shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Dishes it to Green. Pass to Clement. Lets it fly. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And you know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
You can see Patterson just track that in the air the whole way. You knew he would finish the oop.
Clement, he's covered by Leonard. And the rejection by Leonard. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Leonard's got 32 points.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
The dish now to Green. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I would say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And a switch here also for Houston. Caboclo, he's checked in for Jeff Green. Rockets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Rivers. Chandler kicks to Caboclo. Passes it to Clemens. Over Beverley. Here's Chandler, and Chandler throws it down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop break. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Now, here's Beverley. Chandler with the defensive effort. Rockets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Clemens. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
Magruder passes to Beverley. Smitty, the league's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are start talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
And making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverley. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Good on the second free throw. And Smitty, with Beverley and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
And the basket is good.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And there's the pass to Mann. Shot clock at 6. And no good that time. The Rockets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Now here's Rivers. He's tightly guarded. Here's Chandler. Noah with the block.
Nice job by Noah. Elevate for that block.
To the middle. Here's Mann. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Great player movement, great ball movement. That's fun to watch.
We were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now. The quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve. Now, here's Patterson. Kept alive. Chalk up 2 there.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Pass to Rivers. Pass to Chandler. And here's Mbah a Moute. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Clemens. The Rockets with another miss.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
To the inside. And the layup's good off the glass. And Mbah a Moute has got his first bucket of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Passes to Patterson. Man, he's guarded by Mbah a Moute. And the pass to Beverly. Out left to the wing. Here's the three. But they get it back. Pass to Noah. Here's Mann. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got his 5th rebound in this one. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Now, here's Beverly. Man, he's guarded by Mbah a Moute. Chandler with the steal. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. McLemore's checked in for Houston. Williams scanning the floor. He dishes it to Patterson. Back to Williams. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Chandler's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Now here's Rivers. Shoots over Patterson. Rivers can't get it to go. LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's Noah. Pass to Magruder. Man, he's guarded by Mbah a Moute. Passes it to Williams. Over Rivers. Los Angeles with another miss. The Rockets shooting 40% in the 4th. The pass to Chandler. Kicks it to McLemore. Pass to Rivers. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Noah's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Williams with the ball. Passes it to Mann. Trying to get something going. It's blocked.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Let's find Mbah a Moute. Now Chandler. Pass to Rivers. Launches it. Rebound by Williams. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. Here's Magruder. He feeds it to Williams. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate Just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. I know it's a team game, but it looked like you really wanted to put your fingerprints on this game tonight. What's the mindset there?
I did. I wanted to start, the second half off with a lot of energy, and I wanted to make it a focus for myself that, I wouldn't let teams, take things away from me. So I just want to step it up and up a level.
Really involved in the game tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.